Welcome to today's class. Today we are going to start the next part of chapter The Necklace, part 2. It is written by Gayji Mapson. Let's discuss the dance party. The man noticed her. Men, the people who were present in dance party, asked her name. They wanted to know her introduction and wanted to be presented. Presented means wanted to dance with Matilda. She danced with enthusiasm and intoxicated with pleasure, thinking of nothing. Intoxicated means completely influenced with pleasure and very courageous. And she was thinking of nothing but all the admiration given by the people. This victory so complete and sweet to her heart. It was a complete victory and it was very sweet to her. She went home towards 4 o'clock in the morning. Now, throughout the night, they danced, and at 4 o'clock, they returned to their home. Her husband had been half asleep in one of the little saloons since midnight. So, throughout the night time, Matilda was dancing, and husband was sleeping in the small room, and three other gentlemen were also sleeping with him, whose wives were dancing with Matilda. He threw around her shoulders the modest wraps they had carried, whose poverty clashed with the elegance of the ball costume. He, Mr. Loisel, threw means put, a modest means not so expensive, wraps means a shawl type around the shoulder of Matilde, and that shawl was showing the poverty, and it was the contrasting thing with the dress of dance, ball costume, dance party dress. She wished to hurry. She wanted to run away so that nobody would see that shawl which was not matching with her dance party dress. And the she was running from the women who were having the furry shawls, means woolen and very expensive shawls. Loisel detained her. What? Wait. Loisel stopped her. He said, wait, and I am going to call a cab. And he was going to call a taxi. But she would not listen and descended the steps rapidly. She did not listen to Mr. Loisel. She ran out of the building and she came down from the steps very quickly. When they were in the street, now they were walking in the street, they were waiting for the taxi. They found no carriage, no taxi was there because it was early morning time. They began to seek for one. They wanted to search for one taxi, and hailing the coachman whom they saw at a distance. Now at a distance there was a coachman and they called him to go to their house. And then when they reached the house, Matilda was shocked when she saw herself in the mirror. She was shocked because she was having no necklace around her neck. And then half dressed Mr. Loisel was at that time. He again put on his all dressed and he went out the house to search the necklace on the same route from where they came. And then for the complete week they searched the necklace, but they were not able to find. They made complaints in the police office, they searched in the streets and inside the taxi also. They went to the taxi stand to talk to the officers of authorities of all taxis, but they did not find the necklace. And then in the end of the week they went to a shop, that is Palais Royal shop. They found the chaplet of diamond. Chaplet means wreath, means again a necklace type of diamond, which was similar to the necklace which was lost. It was valued at 40,000 francs. So in that shop the value of that necklace was 40,000 francs. They could get it for 36,000. After doing the bargaining, they were thinking that they could get in 36,000 francs. Loisel possessed 18,000 francs which his father had left him. So he was having only 18 left by his father. He borrowed the rest. He made ruinous promises, means destroying or career spoiling promises to the people who gave money to them, and he made the promises to the usurers. Usurers means the people who lend the monies. And the whole race of lenders, means they did not take the money from one person, They took money, borrowed money from so many lenders, and on different every lender put the different conditions. Then he went to get the new necklace, and in this way he purchased the new necklace, depositing on the merchant's counter 36,000 francs. So he paid 36,000 francs. When Madame Loisel took back the jewels to Ma'am Forestier, the latter said to her in a very frigid tone. Now, frigid means very cold tone, not in angry mood. You should have returned them to me sooner, for I might have needed them. So she was saying that Matilde should have returned the necklace in time because she might have needed. Madame Loisel now knew the horrible life of necessity. Now, after this, her life was completely changed and she came to know the necessities of life. She did her part, however, completely heroically. Her part means to pay the debt. Whatever the work was required for her, she did, and she did very bravely, that is heroically. It was necessary to pay his this frightful debt. Frightful means, why was it frightful? It was frightful because it was having the high level of installments or high level of interest. She would pay it. Now she worked and she paid it. They sent away the maid. What was first step taken by them? Maid was removed from the house. They changed their lodgings. They changed their big house from big house to the small house. They took a rented room in the roof, that is attic. She learned the odious work of the kitchen, odious, hateful work of kitchen which she hated. That was washing the dishes, washing the oily linen means clothes, and their clothes and dish clothes which she hung on the line to dry. After washing, she hung all these napkins to make them dry. She took down the refuse means the waste garbage of the house down the street and downstairs. Then she brought water upstairs and she stopped in between with the bucket full of water to have some breathe, and clothed like a woman of the people. She started wearing clothes like simple housewives. She went to the grocers, butchers, and fruiterers. Everybody's shop. She went with the basket in her arm. So shopping means the required things were purchased by her, and she was having hanging basket, and she was hungling means struggling very eagerly or every time struggling to save the last sou. What is sou here? Sou is here. It is a former French coin of low value. No value was there of this. It was very having very less value. And miserable money means she was having very less money. That's why she was fighting for every sou. Husband was also doing part-time job, we can say extra work. That was in the evening time he was maintaining the accounts of merchants, and day and night he was doing. And for copying uh, pages, one page he was getting, this is five sous for a page. And this life lasted for 10 years. In this hard work they did for 10 years. At the end of 10th year means when all the debt was paid, uh, then once a time Madam Loisel was visiting the garden. Before this, what happened? Mrs. Loisel was now completely changed. She was looking very old. She had become a strong, not a soft or delicate, strong women, hard women, and crude women. Crude means rude, like of the poor household, and she was like the crude and strong and very hard women of a poor family. Her hair badly dressed, and her skirts awry, her hands red. Means skirts means dresses were not pressed properly, they were crushed, and hair were not combed, and hands were red. She also started speaking in very loud tone, not soft and delicate tone. She washed the floors. She brought the pails of buckets of water, pails of water, And sometimes when her husband was at office, she would seat herself before the window and think of the evening party of former times, means past time. Whenever she would get the time, she would sit near the window and she would think about the graceful party where she was so beautiful and flattered, in which she was the beautiful and delicate woman, flattered, praised by all, and everybody wanted to dance with her. Now, after completing everything, after paying all the debt, one Sunday she was walking in a walking area, that is Champs Elysees, to get rid herself uh, from the cares of the week, means from the hard work of the week, to get rid from that hard work or to make herself relax. She was walking in the walking area or garden. She suddenly perceived, means noticed, a woman walking with a child. It was Madame Forestier. Still she was young, still pretty, still attractive. Madame Loisel was a factor. And then she asked herself, should she speak to her? Then she answered herself, yes, certainly, why not? And now that she had paid all the debt heroically, then now she could go and she could talk to Madame Forestier. Now she approached her. Madame Loisel approached her friend, Mrs. Forestier. Good morning, she said. Jane. Jane is the personal, or we can say Nick, or we can say house name of Mrs. Forestier. Her friend did not recognize her because she was totally changed and was astonished and surprised to be so familiarly addressed by this common personage. No, she was surprised that an unknown person was addressing her with the common name. She stammered. Stammered means was not able to speak properly. But madam, I don't know you. I don't know, you must be mistaken. Madame Frostier told Mathilde. No, I'm Mathilde Loisel. Mathilde told about her. Her friend uttered a cry of astonishment, means surprised. Oh, my dear Mathilde, how you have changed, means what happened to you? Yes, I have done. I have had some hard days since I saw you, and some miserable ones, and all because of you. Matilda said this. Because of me? How it is? Madame Forestier told. You recall the diamond necklace that you loaned me to wear to the minister's ball? She said, yes. Well, I lost it, Matilda said. How is it that since you returned it to me, means it's not possible, you returned me the necklace. I returned another to you exactly like that, and it has taken us 10 years to pay for it. You can understand that it was not easy for us to have who have nothing, but it is finished and I am decently content, means satisfied. I'm completely satisfied. We were having nothing, but we had to pay a big amount, and now I'm satisfied because I have paid everything. Who said? Matilda said. Madame Frostier stopped short, means for a second she stopped. Then she said, you say that you bought a diamond necklace to replace mine? Then she said, yes. You did not perceive it then, means then I think you did not notice, because they were same, both the necklace were same. And she smiled with proud and simple joy. Madame Frostier was touched and took both her hands as she replied, oh, my poor Matilda, mine were false. They were not worth over 500 francs. Means mine was the artificial and it was not more than 500 francs. But Matilda paid how much money? 36,000 francs for the artificial necklace. So this is the end of the chapter. Hope it will be clear to you. Thank you for watching.